What your mind has forgotten about or has distracted itself from, or whatever the case may be, your body remembers. And when it's not addressed, these things can turn into illnesses, chronic fatigueness, anxiety, autoimmune disease, like all of these things. You might constantly be in fight or flight. And if these things are stored in your body, that means it's also important to take care of your body as well and listen to it. I do speak more about this in my guide if you guys want to go check that out, linked in bio. My next point is that spiritual bypassing is keeping you stuck. You can't just pray away or overly demonize or overly moralize all the things that you are going through. Those things have their time and place, but when you're consistently doing that and ignoring all the physical and biological aspects of it, you're literally just bypassing and suppressing and reinforcing that cycle of fear and shame. And you're missing the bigger picture of healing. Prayer works as a seed, but you need to actively take steps in order to change, not just keep it up there in the spiritual realm. My next point that I learned is that awareness is not transformation. Awareness is the first step, and actually this is where most people get stuck. You're aware of your traumas, you intellectualize them, you're familiar with all the things that you need to let go of and all these things, but that is not what actually transforms you. It's action, which seems to be a reoccurring theme here. Next is your mind, body, and spirit are one ecosystem. You cannot heal your spirit while neglecting your body and ignoring your thoughts. Everything literally works together. My next thing that I learned is that rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity. True growth happens during rest, but not just that. Rest is actually your birthright. You need to be resting. Rest is a gift from God. And if you don't rest, you're gonna have severe consequences down the road. The next thing that I learned is that hobbies are more important than you think. Walk with God or your healing journey in general is not just ministry, church, prayer, scrolling, work, like all of these things that we get caught up in. Hobbies connect you to creativity, challenges, curiosity, and joy, which are all part of God's design. Hobbies should serve as a safe space where you can be yourself and actually embrace your passions, your quirks, your skills, your talents, without the pressure to be productive, without the pressure to monetize, without the pressure to be famous, without the pressure to, all those things. A lot of times resting and hobbies and all those things feel even like a sin, but that's actually just the old conditioning, the fear and shame speaking, not God. So please find a way to play. It could be something for free, something that you gravitate towards, something that, you want to try or explore. The next thing that I learned is that you shouldn't make healing your whole identity. Learn to take breaks from healing, because life is not just about healing from trauma every single day. Not every day has to be a deep revelation of some kind of self-awareness you have about a trauma that you need to regulate and work through and integrate or whatever. You don't need to constantly be working on yourself. Take breaks, learn to play, go live life.